the story, so far as I've heard it, it is about a Black female warrior tribe essentially trying to defend themselves from enslavement. Um, what were the other elements that drew you to this story that you needed to make this film?
Mm-mm. I saw myself in these women. I knew what this film could mean. These images up on the screen could mean, starting with us. So many of us learn in this country that our history begins with enslavement. We don't get to know what happened before: the kingdoms, the kings, the queens, the woman kings, the warriors, the fight. We are taught victimization, and here are female warriors who were heroes that I never heard of before, that 99% of us have never heard of before, because so much of our history is just ignored, erased. So I felt that. I felt what it could mean for us to see ourselves reflected like that. I think about how white boys get to grow up from birth to death, seeing themselves heroically in everything, and what that does for them. And I want that for us. And it's going to take decades to right the wrongs, that the images that we've seen of ourselves throughout history, what that's done to us. But Black Panther, what that did, my boys, I have two boys, when they walked out of Black Panther, they were like chest out. It was beautiful. I want to keep that going. And so, yeah, reading it, I read it as an audience and what it did to me. And I felt like I was the right person to do it. It was a big, epic story with action and incredible depth, and this personal story within there that was guttural to me. It just felt like all my work up until this point led me to do this film and do it the right way. And that was the have to.
You mentioned the greatness of Viola Davis, and I've said this to numerous people. Fences is such an extraordinary movie, and Denzel Washington certainly on the Mount Rushmore of great actors. But in that movie, I don't want to use the word outacted. That's a bad word with Denzel. But Viola Davis is so just everything in that movie that it is. I don't think I've ever seen. It's rare that Denzel is on the screen with a real equal, if not a
Yes.
superior. You know what I mean? And so she just brings that to everything she plays. And I listened to her memoir, and it's easily the best audiobook I've ever listened to. It is definitely in my top 5 of best memoirs. Her story is incredible. So working with Viola, what were some of the biggest takeaways you had from working with her?
She's very funny. People don't understand how funny she is. I didn't know going in. But just knowing what she's been through in her life, you have an incredible level of respect and empathy, and just you're blown away being in her presence because of what she's overcome. I know she absolutely draws on everything that's been that she's been through in her life, which certainly I think adds to her greatness. But despite everything she's been through, her heart is enormous. She cares about people so deeply. And you feel that. You feel that when you meet her. I was hella intimidated to meet her in that first meeting. And I don't get scared like that. But I was scared. And but she's so warm. And I know for the actors as well, the actors came aboard, of course, to tell the story, to embody these characters that they've never had an opportunity, but it was also to work with Viola. And every single person got to be brought under her wing and nurtured and supported and respected. You feel that every moment with Viola. And it's someone in her position, a movie star, like she makes you want to bring your A game every moment. And I always believe I do that, but then you work with Viola and it's like, oh no, I need to work even harder. You want that. And that's what she brings.
The training, as I said a moment ago, for this looks very intense for the warriors, the women warriors in this. What was the training regimen for them? What kind of work did they put in to physically sell being warriors?
So when I cast, and certainly for this, it's first, do you have the chops? Then do I believe you as a warrior, which not everybody has. You can have chops, but I'm not going to believe you. And then thirdly, do you have the work ethic to embody these characters? Because I told all of them, the best action is character driven, story driven. It has to be you doing it. I need a performance within that. So you are going to be doing your own fighting and your own stunts, even if you've never done it before. And all of them, absolutely. So foremost, they all had the desire to do it. But I literally said to them, you are going to go online and you're going to look at these cool videos that other actors have done, and it's cut to music and it looks fun and sexy and cool. It's not. It is really, really, really hard. There are going to be tears and plateaus and you'll want to quit. But I will be there with you. I will be there pushing you. And I need you guys to push yourselves. So it was 2 days where you had weight training for an hour and a half. Then you had a little break. Most of them took naps. Then you had 3 hours of martial arts training, fight and stunt choreography. Some of them had running training, because two things are tells, certainly in action and for women: how you run and how you throw a punch. And so I was like, you guys are going to look good doing that, because that'll take you out of a movie in a second. And they all did this on top of having to have really strict nutrition. They had to eat a lot more, but also all their food had to change. It had to be completely clean, which for some of them meant tasteless. Hot sauce was a really big thing for all of them. And that was my little gift to everybody. But it was, and this was months. This wasn't just the couple months leading up to shooting. Then you had to continue it throughout the entire shoot. So Tuso started in May and went all the way to the following March. And this is almost every day of training. Viola started in July, and then Lashana, Sheila started in August because they had been shooting. And it was incredible to see what they brought, to see what it does, because for me, it's absolutely part of the rehearsal process and building character. When you're building your body, you're building your mind, you're building your swagger, you're building your confidence. When you know you can kick someone's ass, like it changes the way that you walk or move into a room. Some of them, like Lashana, already had that, because she was the only one that had that type of thing because of 007. But it was an incredible bonding experience for all of them. And I know that all of them are so proud of themselves. Adrienne Warren, who actually was an athlete, she used to play ball. So we do talk about that. But what they did was extraordinary. And it shows up in the film.